We end our journey in all directions in the north, which symbolizes winter and night. Winter is a time of darkness and tranquility, but it would be wrong to say that nothing's going on here. It only happens on the inside, where it's not so easy to see. The north is associated with knowledge and wisdom. This is where we reflect, learn and grow. North and cold symbolize challenges, hardship and the need for perseverance and resilience. In many cultures, this direction is linked to the ancestors and the transfer of the wisdom they have acquired. Here you can make contact with the deceased and ask for their blessing and advice. It's also a great place to honor their memory. Shamans often call upon the spirits of the north for support and protection on their spiritual journey. This isn't just something that North American natives do. They have this in common with European natives, even if they are unlikely to have ever met each other. In Germanic mythology and spirituality, the north is associated with cold, darkness, mystery, wisdom, strength, and life after death. It's seen as a place of power and magic. It's also home to Niflheim, the place where ice and cold came from, where creation began. Another place in the north is Helheim, where the goddess Hel rules. It's the land of the dead. This is where people were sent after they died, if they hadn't fallen in battle or been chosen to live in Valhalla or Birch. You could see Helheim as the entrance to the underworld, where the less fortunate or successful were sent. I'd also like to mention another place in the north. Asgard is where the god Odin resides, who is associated with wisdom, magic and poetry. In the north you'll find the world tree Yggdrasil, beneath which is the well of Urd, whose water promises immeasurable knowledge. Guardian Mimir, however, demanded a price for access to this well. An eye of Odin. Odin agreed. By making the sacrifice, he showed that he was truly committed to his quest for knowledge. His decision made it clear that he was willing to endure pain and make sacrifices to gain knowledge and foresight. The loss of an eye became a defining feature of Odin's appearance in Norse mythology, emphasizing his deep insight and connection to mystical realms. The North was also home to Steve Johnson, who some may recognize as the creator of Alaskan essences. He once told me, here in Alaska we also have 4 seasons: June, July, August and winter. This forces all life into a special rhythm. What plants can take their time to do in a moderate climate, they have to do within 3 months in the far north: growth, flowering, ripening. And yet it works. The dominance of darkness and the long rest do not ruin life. It is a mistake to believe that everything stands still. It just eludes our perception. When you think of the north, thoughts of snow, silence and sleep come to mind. Something like hibernation. But we can't say that nothing happens during sleep. You could even see the principle of as above, so below at work. In the head, the nerve cells curl up and turn to their side, so to speak. This creates a bit of space between them so that the inner cleaning teams can get on with tidying up. As with all the other organs in the body, waste products are produced when nerves are active. These can be removed with sufficient sleep. Our inner brownies, which nobody can see, prefer to work at night. If you don't get enough sleep, you'll have to work harder to cleanse your body, which could result in accidents like knocking over a floor lamp. In other words, a lack of sleep could potentially damage synapses, so it's possible that sleep deprivation might contribute to dementia. This is why trying to watch the brownies at work can have serious consequences. The fairy tale now appears as a metaphor for neurobiology. All kinds of activities take place during the various phases of sleep that we are not aware of. In order to learn, we need to switch between concentration and relaxation, focus and distraction. This is how we store what we've learned in our memory. Cramming the night before an exam is a surefire way to get less sleep, which means you won't remember as much as you should when it matters. Avoiding sleep is just as bad as avoiding the north or winter. There's nothing wrong with quickly going over what you've learned before going to bed to give your brain a heads up on what to do during the night. Just don't do it in a concentrated way. Do it in a disorganized, associative, random way instead, even if it seems somehow wrong. In the medicine wheel, evening and autumn serve this purpose. After all, growth hormone is produced during sleep, which is a good reason to make sure you get enough of it, even if you've been through the growth phase for a while. This is because this hormone has a protective function for the heart, helping to prevent heart attacks. Rest periods for humans and nature, like sleep and winter, are not a waste of time. They are necessary and helpful. Back in the day, when we lived closer to the rhythm of nature, this was easier to understand. But these days, we hardly care. Why else would we have winter tires, electric lights, and central heating? Unfortunately, this confusion of our biorhythm is a side effect of this. We should really get together around the fire, mending skins, sharpening knives, and repairing our tools while we go over what happened over the past year. We might possibly die out, but we can do that with modern technology as well. As someone who likes to take it easy and enjoys a hot shower, I really appreciate modern times. The important thing is not to use it to turn away from your inner nature. Fortunately, I can use the North essence to help me refocus on myself, take a break, learn from my experiences, tidy up inside, and regenerate if I do find myself in danger of doing so. Again, in the medicine wheel, the North stands for wisdom, gratitude, purification, and renewal. The flower essence in the combination is Birch. Birch has a healing energy that can uplift your spirits and help you access your inner resources, giving you a sense of safety and protection. If you're stressed and restless because you feel threatened and defenseless, sleep isn't going to be restful or restorative. Instead, you're in a state of inner alert day and night. The essence brings serenity and inner distance from the world and all the strife and chaos. Birch helps us see a situation with wisdom, humor, or irony, makes things seem less serious and reassures us that we'll find the right solution. The essence makes us feel like a bear cub, snuggled up in its mother's fur, safely getting through the winter. Birch knows that everything will be okay again, and above all, she knows you can do it. Apple sprout. The apple tree has got the hang of protecting itself from the confusion of its internal clock. If the seeds from the fallen fruit were to germinate in autumn, the cold winter would kill the tender plants. This does not happen. Apple seeds do not germinate until they've been exposed to frost for a while. Only when it gets warmer again do they realize that their time has come. We all know apple essences are great for promoting health, and apple seed essence is no exception. It prevents a false start, so to speak, and gives your body time to get back to full health and energy. It is particularly helpful for all those who have to stay in bed due to illness or injury. It teaches us to trust in the body's self-healing powers and not to rush things. The green pond. This environmental essence promotes stillness, fertility, and inner growth. When everything slows down, things we've already created can grow without us noticing, just like seeds do in the dark. This essence promotes the realization of our dreams. It's important to make sure you know what you want to achieve and set some clear goals before you use this essence. It gives us the confidence to trust that our unconscious will do the right thing to help us reach this goal. We all know that meditation, just like sleep and the ability to listen, can be disrupted by inner restlessness. The green pond makes you internally stable and confident that you can achieve anything you set your mind to as long as it is in harmony with your true self. Herkimer diamond. Just to be clear, this is a quartz, not a diamond, even though it may look like one. It's mainly used to cleanse and purify, both physically and emotionally. Cleansing the body and mind leads to greater vitality. Letting go of old burdens frees up your mind, helps you spot patterns and the key things, and makes it easier to make clear decisions. Herkimer diamond helps you to look at your own faults and weaknesses without beating yourself up about them. Rather, by gently correcting them, it takes you further along the path to self-realization. It helps you to be more aware, to know where you are and what's going on. This also applies to dreams. The essence helps you to remember your dreams and to understand them better, including what the symbols mean. Buffalo. To be more precise, we're talking about the white buffalo, the female white buffalo, the guardian animal of the north. Legend has it that she's the mother of the white buffalo calves who take on the colors of the human races as they grow up: red, yellow, black and white. But only the one who shows all the colors in succession is a sacred buffalo. The great transformation of humanity happens when 4 such buffaloes meet at the fork in the road and each chooses the right path on earth. This would bring salvation. If they make the wrong choice, it could have disastrous consequences. So it is still up to us. The white buffalo brings us to the place where we can decide, but it is entirely up to us how we will continue. And this place is in the north, where it is quiet and nothing can distract us.